Good morning. Well, I had to do it again. I had to bring a baby goat and a kid, warm it up. I've got four living as of yesterday. Boy, it's such cold weather for them to be being born in. Matter of fact, I could even tell you that one of my does had two. I call her sharp horns, and she was using her horns on me because uh, I, one of the things that the goats do is they usually have two, and if they're spread apart, they are liable to forget about the one and care for the other. And so I'll bring them together to keep them close. But boy, she didn't like it much if I was touching her babies, which is good because I let the pigs in there. Not yet with the goats, yeah, but not yet with the babies. And so I was glad to see that. And I've got more coming. Boy, this weather is something. Anyway, I didn't. I managed to not get myself too smelly, and it's worth it anyway. All right, SOS, State of the School. This is my I don't know 34th maybe video in this series, and I'm ready to get past the trades, I believe, but just a little bit more to say about the trades. Uh, One, I may have to look at my card here to remember what I wanted to say. Uh, the trade of, let me just see if there's something else minor I wanted to say. Uh, I, I don't think so. I don't think so. I want to finally mention the trade of draftsman. Draftsman, a little bit like a visual artist, but I studied drafting. I can draft, not well, but I can't do SketchUp. And I try as I did, I could not learn to do SketchUp. And boy, could I ever use that a tradesman who was able and willing to do SketchUp. I have a friend who helped me to write a book. Actually, the book building folk huts with pallets and roughs on. Matt Zubek. He did the SketchUp work for that, and that's online. I think I could give you a link if you wanted to see it. But he doesn't live near here, and I don't see him much anymore. But like these bed sheds that I'm building and putting 6 together or 8 together, and of course the folk huts and putting them together. And so much of the stuff I'm building, boy, I could use a draftsman. And that made me think, I want to mention one other thing about this monster book. One of the reasons this book is such a monster is because a big section of it, about half of it's mine and about half of it's Michael Bruce Hernkane's. He's a friend that was working with me, and his material, he's a wonderful, wonderful writer and fiction, and his stuff is in there. But a lot of my stuff is a work called the Homestead Engineer's Handbook. And I worked real hard on that for years, and I'll bet Joyce remembers that. I worked for several years on that. But I never got it published, and the only part that really got the sort of final copy was the introduction, which was about a 50-page long essay, which I later called the Decentralist Manifesto. But anyway, the drawings in that engineer's handbook, Homestead Engineer's Handbook, there's a whole bunch of drawings, but the ones that made me, that I thought of right now, were the ones where I drew, this is in my mind, fantasizing in Brazil, Catolé de Rocha, how on an imaginary farm you could lay out the spaces where various activities had to be done. And a man named Gary Fitz worked a lot with me on that too. And he even designed a computer program to do that. I don't want to go into that in great detail now, though. But those drawings are there, and so in a great enough necessity, I also try to do the job of draftsman. But boy, could I use that art. And I think, now I'm just going to double check on this card again. I think I can go on to the next overarching subject. And I don't really have that many that are left. So I can see an end to these series. Bye for now.